when you work as hard as what we did at a place like White Hart Lane, to come away with nothing and get the decision go against us like what we did was very disappointing. Just seeing it again, and if Elmo had his hands above his head, I'd say yeah, you shouldn't have your hands up there, but I don't know where the referee expects him to put his hands. It hits his leg, then just ricochets off his leg and hits his hand. It was completely accidental, and I just think it needs a bit of common sense. But he's given the decision, and there's nothing we can do about it now. We just hope they can even themselves out over the season.
Yeah. What did you think at the time? Did you think, uh-oh?
To be honest, at the time I thought so soft, because I had a good view of it, and I always think if a player's putting his hands above his head, he's been a bit risky, you know. But he didn't have his hands there. They were probably chest bone height, chin height, if that, and just disappointing.
All right. Did you think though he might give this? We've all seen him give them, haven't we? Really?
Yeah. Obviously, the crowd, 38, 40,000, whatever the capacity was. When they're all screaming for a penalty, it obviously must be difficult for a referee to give the decision, but you don't ask for any favours, but you have to question if it was at our end and we were claiming for the penalty, would we get it? I'm not sure we would.
Look, from the stand you were well worth a point. Did you feel that on the pitch through the game?
Yeah, definitely. I think we defended very well. We had a game plan and we stuck to it, and I think Tottenham, with the quality they've got, they struggled to break us down, and it proved that the only real attempt that I can think of was the penalty, and I think Harp's made a couple of okay saves, but probably saves you'd expect him to make. But we're just disappointed, but there's positives we could take out of it.
In fairness, looking at it, coming to a place like this with 6 changes in the team, most observers will think this is going to be a tough game. It was always going to be a tough game, but you might have got a chase in here. There was no way you got a chase in, was there?
No, it's a squad game nowadays. I think if you rely on 11 players throughout the season, you're going to be struggling, and everyone knows there's going to be injuries. So it's disappointing for the players who don't play. I'm sure there'll be lads today who didn't play who were disappointed, but there's another game Wednesday, then there's a big game against Sunderland on Saturday, and you need to utilise the squad. You can't play the same 11 players week in, week out. It's impossible. So you've got to have a strong 18, 22 players, whatever you like to say, and it's when you're called upon, you've got to do a job, and I think the lads who came in today did do that.
Oh yeah, some magnificent performances. What about your own? Were you pleased with your own today?
Yeah, obviously it's been nice to get a game, and playing at a place like White Hart Lane, it's what you become a footballer for. It's what it's all about. It's what we strive for promotion for last season, to come to places like this. And I think we definitely got beat with our boots on today, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely. And a new system, playing 3 at the back, though sometimes it was 5 at the back, but it seemed to work well. Yeah,
it's an option we can look at when we go away from home. Obviously, we were very solid, and as I said, we limited Tottenham to very minor few chances. So we can take the positives out of that game, and hopefully, in the bigger teams in the Premier League, when we go away, we know we can go into that formation and make it difficult for teams.
What have you made of what the team and the squad have done so far in the Premier League, Alex?
I think we've started very well. I think if you'd given us this start, you'd have probably snatched your hands off. I think when you look at the Everton game last week, you look at it today, you look at Man City, played well against all them teams. It's just disappointing we haven't come away with more points, because we could have quite easily done that. It would have been nice to get a couple of draws in them games, but sod's law, that's the way it is. Hopefully over the season we'll have a few dodgy performances and come away with 3 points. That's the way it works, so hopefully we can do that.
Back here Wednesday night, how do you view that one, a few days distant?
It's going to be a tough game. Obviously coming here is a very, very tough game. I think today was the important one, but it's a shame we get beat. But the Premier League is obviously the main aim, but we'll come here and we'll enjoy the occasion Wednesday night, and we'll try and beat them again on Wednesday.